It looks like Carrie Fisher's image will be used in episode 9 on top of episode 8, and hopefully it will be done in a very caring way, we hope. So this is different than the news we heard in the past about Star Wars.com or Star Wars, the main news portal, actually referring to fan conjecture.
Right, yeah.
Which
going
they
off
don't
of fan
normally
rumors.
do, which was that they would digitally recreate Carrie Fisher's image for episodes perhaps 9, perhaps some of 8. Because we do know that before her death in December, she was she had finished.
Yeah, they had wrapped on 8. Yeah. I thought it was nice, that the studio came out. I mean, Todd Fisher, her brother, and then Billy, her daughter, had both said, that they were welcome to the fact that they were using her footage. But honestly, I thought it was more of a class act, like from the studio, because they obviously own the rights to that footage. So it's not like Todd and Billy own the rights to it, so it's not like they could say, no, you can't use it. Like, she obviously had a contract, she had already shot all this footage. So I felt like more it was like the studio doing like a genuine thing of like, this is our princess, this is our general, this is someone that we love, and so we want to do right by her family. That I felt like they wanted to honor her and her legacy. But yeah, it was kind of interesting because when I was reading it, I'm like, well, they actually don't technically, like, the studio has the rights, so they've always been able to use the footage if they wanted to.
Yeah, there was some recent talking about this decision that was made. Both of us, this comes from Todd Fisher, who's Carrie's brother, both of us were like, yes, how do you take her out of it? And the answer is, you don't. She's as much a part of it as anything, and I think her presence now is even more powerful than it was. Like Obi-Wan, when the saber cuts him down, he becomes more powerful. I feel like that's what happened with Carrie. I think the legacy should continue. And I think that's right, especially, to kind of pivot out of the world of Star Wars. In the real world, there are people who are, like myself, consider themselves part of the resistance. And for that, Carrie kind of became a symbol and a mantle for that because of her spirit in life and her inability to conform to things that she didn't feel were right or the way they should be. And she had this indomitable spirit that I think is something that people look toward. And when we look at this, I mean, I like the way they're handling it.
I like the way that they're handling it as well. And I have to agree that I actually finished The Princess Diaries right before she had passed away. And that to me was just like, which by the way, if you guys like go out and buy it today.
It's in my Audible. I haven't brought myself to read it yet.
It's so even just reading it, her excerpts of her, she's such an intelligent person. And the things she had to go through when she was 19, like she's been so open about depression and her struggles with addiction. And I feel like she's such an advocate, and her legacy will continue, not only with Star Wars, but being a mental health advocate. And I remember I had tweeted something when she passed away. I tweeted an excerpt from The Princess Diaries that was, I felt like she perfectly explained depression like so well. And I remember someone responded and was like, she's a celebrity, like they don't get a free reign on depression. And I'm like, this is a woman who when she was 19, and by the way, weighed 120 pounds, was told that she needed to lose weight. Like she's been through so much, I feel, and been through so much openly that I am excited that we're gonna get to see her in episode 8 and in episode 9, that we're gonna continue to have our general be a part of this legacy. And she's also such a comedic and humorous person that she doesn't take herself seriously. So I feel like she would want to just like have them play around with it and play around with this idea. So yeah.
Well, I mean, it looks like they're going to use some of the footage that was going to be discarded from episode 8 for episode 9. I don't know. It's not made clear at all how this will affect the story, if in any way. I mean, I can't imagine it wouldn't shift the story a little bit.
I think it would, yeah. But I'm almost wondering too if I think they're gonna use some discarded footage, but I almost wonder if they would take even a little bit of footage from episode 8 and put it in 9. Like, I don't know. I almost wonder how that's gonna affect.
One day we'll know. One day it'll be a special feature. But right now it's just like, wait, what is the story supposed to be, and what is it after these ramifications? Because I mean, people have guessed also, Luke is done after this.
Right. Yeah, especially with The Last Jedi.
I don't know.
Yeah. And I think it also mainly would be like, how is it gonna affect Kylo Ren's arc? Like that's what I feel like is the main thing is how is his mom? I mean, obviously, having Han Solo die, I mean, it's like a lot of people kind of have written off Kylo Ren as like, you're dead to me, you know, but he might have a redemption. I don't know. So I feel like General Leia is a huge part of his character development. Yes. So I don't know how that's gonna transpire, but yeah, I'm really excited about it.
I'm really excited to see it how it happens. And I'm really glad that I'm into the new movies. I know there's some people who are not really into them and don't like them.
You're dead to us.
You're dead to us too. You're just like putting a lightsaber through a beloved character's chest and dropping into a void. Yeah, I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm kind of ready to accept what happens or however they shape the story, judging on how they've dealt with this so far, which seems to be in a very respectful and loving way.
I totally agree with that. I feel like it is very respectful of fans, and I think with these movies that have come out recently, I do feel like, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, it's just fan service. I'm like, well, but why would you not want to give fans what they want? Why would you not want to make your fans happy? That's like absurd.
Who doesn't want to be serviced?
Yeah. So, and I don't feel that they're completely doing fan service, but I do feel like they want to ignite the spark. I mean, that's largely what Force Awakens had to do, was reignite the spark of the love of Star Wars. So I personally enjoyed it, and I did not have a lot of critiques of it, but I know a lot of people did. So. Yeah. Whatever.
I'm on board. Audience, what do you think is going to happen to Leia's character in episodes 8 and 9? And do you think that's what originally was going to happen? Let us know what you think below in the comments. And please like and subscribe for more.